Welcome to Season 2, Episode 7 of La Vida Entre Primas, Life Between Cousins, the podcast where we dive into everything from the ups and downs of love and life to the special bond we share as Latinas and cousins. Today we're talking about...
Shit.
We're shit talking today again. And just talking about life.
You know, life is lifing. We're a little... I don't want to say unprepared, but listen, we've been off. Elm's had visitors.
Yeah. I was on a retreat.
Oh, yeah. You got to tell us about that.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of stuff. We took our kids to Disneyland. It was so fun. So it's just been like a whirlwind. I think we just talk shit when we need to give ourselves some grace.
Yeah, so we're trying to give ourselves grace because that's something hard. Actually, like giving grace is like something hard, especially to ourselves.
Yes. And don't forget, we're like full-time working women of the world. This is something fun for us to do. Yesterday, Chris is like, I thought you were going to be making millions of dollars by now. And I'm like, just give it time already.
Just give it time, okay? We have goals. We haven't even been doing this a year. Like, I haven't even looked at the stats recently. I'm not going to lie.
It was so exciting in the beginning, and then now I'm like,
I know.
Also, I apologize for my voice. My daughter gave me some kind of weird cold. And
I know. I'm sitting next to her, so my friends from work
Girl, I sat with you last time when...
I'm just kidding.
And I didn't catch COVID. She's not going to catch this cold.
It's fine. I took an immunity shot before Steph got here. Like, I actually feel like this is more like what... Because normally we have, like, a script and, like, we scroll through. Like, right now we're just vibing. Like, we're just talking right now.
It definitely feels more natural.
It does feel more natural.
Good.
Yeah.
I like it.
So,
I like it.
So what do you want to start with?
I want you to tell us about your retreat.
Yes. So,
proud of you.
I texted Lisa and Stephanie on day 2. Was it day 2 or day 1? I think it was day 2, Saturday morning.
You've been doing this year-long program.
So I've been doing this year-long program through the University of Notre Dame called LEAD. It's Latinos, Educators, and Administrators Leadership Development, Latino Educators and Administrators Development. And it's to keep Latino educators in Catholic education. It's a year-long program where halfway through we go to Scottsdale and we have a retreat and meet everybody face-to-face because we've been doing everything via Zoom because it's people from throughout the United States. So I meet every third Wednesday with my group of the month. And there's 4 of us and a mentor. We're reading 2 books, which I can post about later. They're both on leadership. And so at the end goal in July, when I head out to the University of Notre Dame, I have to come up with an empowerment project. Ultimately, that will help better my school, to either bring more Latino children to my school, or to help the Latino families that are already at my school so that we maintain them. School? I do have Latino families at my school.
High Filipino population.
High Filipino population, but I'd say maybe like, I don't know, 10% Hispanic.
Is it a high Filipino population because of the geographic location?
I mean, no.
No?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know the reasoning behind why. So
I was just telling Elma when we were setting up this stuff. I grew up around, actually, when I went to Sacred Heart, there was like one Filipino family. And I mean, when I went to, I'm sorry.
I was like, why did you go to Sacred Heart?
My kids go to Sacred Heart, let's say. A little thrown off. There was one Filipino family who coincidentally, are the Rutas Filipino?
Yes.
Okay. So
Mrs. Ruta works at my school. I see her like twice a week, 3 times a week.
So it's predominantly Latino families at Our Lady of Guadalupe. But then when I moved to Azusa and I went to St. Francis, there was a lot of Filipino families. It was like a mix.
Yeah.
Filipino, Latino, and others. But, Filipinos are like our brothers and sisters in Christ. They are like hardcore Catholics.
Yeah.
Just like Mexicans are, and I can only speak for Mexicans. But I was telling Elma, the funny thing is that every Filipino person I've ever met is like, if I say something like, oh my God, I would say like, my friend is Filipino, or one of my best friends is Filipino, I'd be like, who? It's probably my ate. And I was like, well, you're not going to know who they are. And 9 times out of 10, if I give them the name, they're like, that's my kuya.
Yeah.
That's my ate. And they know the person.
Oh, yeah.
It's so weird.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's also like us, though,
very close-knit community.
As Mexicans, like, we had families growing up where, like, oh, yeah, they're our cousins, but they really weren't our cousins.
Oh, but this is like they know every Filipino within like,
No, I know.
you know what I'm saying?
I know, but I also feel like they're all cousins in some way.
They're
And
others.
I know. I'm the word. I know. I'm learning as I'm going on.
Kidding.
But yeah, it's a fun community to be at. So yeah, so this program is, so then in July I'll go to the University of Notre Dame where I need to present my project and explain how it's going to be sustainable and what it is that I'm going to be doing at my school to help maintain and keep Latino families.
Do you have an idea what it's going to be?
I have no idea. So I'm open for suggestions. I'm open for ideas. I don't know. I don't know. At first, I thought I wanted to do something like faith related and like bringing in families for like not family retreats, but like family faith nights where they do like a craft and something. But then how is that keeping... I know the program is Latino based, but I don't want to just limit it to the Latinos. Like, I can't in my community because of the low percentage.
Yeah. But you're trying to build it up.
But I'm trying to build it up, yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see. I have until July to... And the thing is that with these modules that I'm doing every month, so I have to read a couple chapters a month, and then I meet with my group, and then they give us like an assignment to do with it. But it's not necessarily graded. It's not necessarily... Like, I'm not stressed about this.
That's great.
Which is amazing. I chose to take on this extra responsibility, this extra work, because I thought I can handle it, which I'm...
And you're handling it.
Handling it. But yeah, so we'll see. So they like plan things out. So like I'll have things on my module coming up from March. February was like, start thinking about your empowerment project. March will be like, okay, we need your plan. So I have a couple weeks to decide what I want to do.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then I get to go to the University of Notre Dame in July.
Amazing.
For culminating in Indiana.
The actual University of
South Bend, Indiana. Yeah, it's actually...
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not going to the fake one.
I'm asking. No.
AKA where I got my Bachelor of Arts from.
That's why I'm asking, yeah.
Yes, I'm going to South Bend, Indiana in July.
Good for you. Tell us about the Waymo.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if I would do a Waymo. I might.
I did Waymo. So I met up with our cousin Paulina, who is a listener. Shout out to Paulina. I met up with her. She picked me up from the airport. I had lunch with her and her family. Saw her little baby. He's not little anymore, but he looks like a little man now.
So cute.
He looks different in person. And I told her I think it's because he looks like a little man now. Like he doesn't look like a baby anymore.
He's adorable.
He said bubbles for the first time while I was there because she was blowing bubbles for him. It was super cute. So then I was like, Paulina, I don't want you to have to drive me 30 minutes away with the baby in the car or not, like just, whatever. So I was being considerate as always. And she was like, we have Waymo. And I was like, what's that? She's like, the driverless cars. And I was like, you know what? My 2025 bingo card has, I want to be more adventurous and try things different and step outside of my comfort zone. So I was like, fine. So I downloaded the app. I got in a Waymo car. You can download the app, but there's no cars in our area.
What?
I don't think there's
Somebody
any cars.
took a Waymo to the gala.
Well, maybe. Well, that's out in West LA area, right? Okay. So there's none.
That makes sense.
Bio College, you're right. There's none over by us. So yeah, so I did a driverless car. I was FaceTiming everybody I knew, just about everybody I knew. Stephanie was the first one to answer after I called my family. And she's like, yo, can you just text me when you get there?
No.
The only weird thing was the car did try to switch lanes at one point, but then it came back because then I guess it realized that there was a car too close for it to merge over. But I was surrounded by them.
By the Waymos?
Yes, there were so many in Phoenix. So the retreat was in Scottsdale. So I took the Waymo from Paulina's house in Phoenix to Scottsdale. And yeah, there were so many. I even have a video of one. And of course, all the other, they're Jaguars, mind you.
What?
The Waymo cars are Jaguars.
Damn.
It was fancy. So mind you.
Was it expensive?
It was comparable to Uber.
Uber?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was, but tell me why. All the cars were white. All of them were white.
What was yours?
They send me fucking Diamondbacks. Sorry. We're almost at the 10 minutes. Diamondbacks.
Burgundy?
No, it was white, but it had a straight baseball logo on it and it had the Diamondback logo on it. And I was like, I guess they know I love baseball.
At least it's not the Giants.
At least it wasn't the Giants. We hate the Giants.
I don't know if
Yeah.
I would take away
Would
Waymo.
you do it?
Although, I don't know.
We should
Although
poll our
I
people.
might risk death and dismemberment to not have to freaking talk to anybody.
I mean, it was nice. There
I
was
would rather sit by
call me
myself.
music. I was on my phone the whole time, FaceTiming, talking. Like, I had no problem.
I always get nauseous in an Uber, and I think part of it is I don't get car sick, but part of it I think is because like the social anxiety of having to talk to
100%. 100%. I hate when I'm like,
and then if you don't talk to me, was I mean? You didn't like me?
Are you gonna give me lower stars? Like,
I would probably risk my life for that.
for sure. It was. I mean,
silence.
it was a solid 30-minute drive, so it was.
Damn, that's crazy. Can you sit in the front seat of a Waymo? No.
No,
right?
I asked Paulina and her
see.
mother-in-law because her
Okay.
mother-in-law was there too, and I was like, "Where do I get in?" She's like, "The back seat," and like the front seat is like pushed all the way forward. The passenger seat is like pushed all the way forward, so there was great leg room. I was seatbelted in. Like, it was fun. It was a good time. I'll post one of the videos that I took. I think I don't know who I sent it to. I don't remember who I sent it to, but I think I put it on my story. And I was like, "Oh, I can date a Waymo driver because they use their blinker." Remember that one episode we talked about, like, just use your blinker.
Just tell me where you're going.
Just tell me where you're going. Let me know where you're going. And I was like, "Oh, I could date a Waymo driver," but that would be weird if I date a Waymo driver because it's driverless. There's nobody there.
I'm so sad to
I
say that.
know. I know. I also just sent. I don't have my phone with me, but I sent my coworker a message the other day, and you know how it's like single, taken, and it has like a little checkbox next to it. Like, you can like check what it is. So it was like single, taken, and it was like, I don't know, cursed or something. And the cursed or something was checked.
Stop.
We laugh about it all the time. It's fine.
Oh my god.
Steph's trying to sign up for Waymo right now.
I am. I want to see what it's like.
She wants to
very
see
involved.
the app. It is very involved.
Oh my god.
It is very. Ooh, look at it. I'm breaking out in hives.
Why?
I'll tell you why. I haven't taken my meds this morning, and I take an antihistamine every morning.
Do you?
Yeah, ever since my ear issue. And
Would you like to?
no, it's
we
okay.
can go take
No, it's
that?
okay. I've noticed that ever since I've been taking the like the Zyrtec every morning with my meds and my vitamin C, I don't break out in random hives anymore.
That's really weird.
What have I eaten this morning?
Nothing.
Coffee. I had a sip of coffee. Oh, that immunity shot. Maybe something in the immunity shot. Whatever, I'll take it later. So that's my lead program. Oh, and I texted Stephanie because we talked about this before. But I texted Stephanie and Lisa, and I was like, guys, I feel like an imposter here because it's all Latino educators and administrators.
That's exactly what you are.
I know, but I just don't look it, so I felt like people were judging me.
I'm sure they weren't, right?
I mean,
I'm
I'm not gonna lie.
You posted some pictures, and they look pretty white. They weren't like indigenous.
It's the blonde
looking.
hair, though. Oh, my friends are texting. We did a Legree class yesterday.
Oh yeah, tell us.
Ladies
tell us
and
what
gentlemen,
Legree is.
primos and primas. Formation.
She came to the door walking like.
Legree.
You were sore yesterday. Like
I was already
a few
sore
hours
yesterday.
after
Like
you
my
did it.
legs were already like shaking yesterday. Like when I saw. So we did bingo yesterday. So I did Legree with my friends, and we had brunch. And so Legree is high intensity workout program. My high intensity workout program. So think Pilates, but more intense. I was sweating. I was like, holy cow, what am I doing? Steph's just reading my text right here because it's popping up on my computer. It's fine, I don't care.
It's okay, they're dying too.
They're dying too. Perfect. So we did this yesterday. We agreed to it. Our friend goes weekly, and so we're like, okay, we'll do it, and then we'll go to brunch. So we did it. Halfway through, I was like, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, why am I
think
doing
what you
this?
said was, have you guys ever worked out so hard you thought you were going to throw up?
I did say that. I felt like I was going to throw up. So yeah, it's 45 minutes of high intensity, like on a formation thing. I don't know what it's even called. On a reformer. They're called reformers.
Reformer.
I was on a reformer. I couldn't do some of the stuff. I had to modify it. There was really nice people around me who were like, you might want to put your foot here. That'll help you a little bit. But I just don't have the
Good
core.
for you. That's so like
I just
brave.
don't have
That's
the
such a hard
core.
thing. When I would go to the gym, I'd have a really hard time going to the weights because I'm like, oh, I'm embarrassed.
Oh, yeah, because you don't know what to do,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Good for you.
So I'm going back Thursday. It's okay. It's because I've been scratching
I think
it.
you really should take that.
It's okay. It's okay. It'll be okay. My arm is like super red,
It looks like
guys.
a Wolverine scratch. You like scratch your arm and it looks like a Wolverine.
I know, that's so weird. It's because normally I take it like first thing in the morning, but today I just was like, oh.
That's so interesting.
Yeah. I have another one there. So yeah, that's my life. That's where I've been. I'm going to Legree again on Thursday.
Oh my God.
Yeah, from 5 to 6. Because I signed up for a 2-class new membership thing. So I have to use, and it was like I had to use it within 2 weeks. So I have until the 24th to use it. So my friend Alexa was like, Legree, Thursday? I'm like, And she was in my house, and so she saw my Skylight calendar, and nothing was on my calendar yet.
She's like, you're free.
She's like, you're free. And she was already putting in, and I was like, what are you putting in on my calendar? I thought she was like putting her birthday or something. But no, she was putting Legree class.
You know what? You need a friend like that.
Yeah, she's great.
You need a friend like that.
What have you been up to, Steph? Fill us in on your life.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Steph took a ditch day.
I did. I went to Disney.
And they went to Disney. I'm so jealous of Marsha and Marty.
Oh my God, our aunts are in Tokyo?
Yeah. They're
We went
sleeping
to
right now. But they did
Disneyland in Tokyo. And you know what I'm most jealous about? It costs $60 to get into Disneyland in Tokyo. Why are we so awful here?
And the
Why do we
food
not want people
prices.
to like enjoy themselves?
And the food prices in Tokyo. Dude, they had the mochi. Have you seen the mochi aliens?
No.
In Tokyo, Japan, they have these like, you know, the aliens from Toy Story?
Yeah.
They're mochi custard filled.
Oh, like a bow, like a bread.
Yes, but it's
I know
more
what you're
mochi.
talking about, mochi. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And it's filled with either chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry custard type thing. And Marsha sent me a picture of her holding it, and I got
you need to go get your phone.
They look delicious. I don't know how I would get through this setup right now.
Get it.
No, don't go get it.
Oh my gosh, they're having a blast.
But tell us about your trip to
It was
Disneyland, because that was the
great.
first time your whole family has gone together,
Yeah, that's true.
right?
Well, we used to be season pass holders back in the.
I miss you guys
annual
having
pass
your
holders.
passes.
I know, but you know what? And I'm not crapping on annual pass holders. I think people who have them are great, and it's fun.
She's just
and I
saying that
get
because
it.
she knows I have one.
No. I have a lot of friends
Just
who I
kidding.
love who have them, but like, this is just me personally. This is just like my belief that I've always had is, I do think, and even Sophie's like, we had gone to Knott's a month before. She's like, Knott's was cool too, but like, Disney's magical.
Disney's so
And that's what she liked. And so like, but for me, when it went up like to an amount that like the average person couldn't afford it,
No, I know.
I started feeling like, this is like consumerism and capitalism to like the nth degree. Like, all kids deserve to go to Disneyland
For sure.
and have a good time, and they can't. Like, they just can't.
That's why I always would say your kid was 2 when he was 4.
And so
I
that-
would take him.
Don't feel like you're 9 today. Shut up. And then when we went on Autotopia, the guy's like, I was like, can they go together, the 2 girls? And he's like, how old is she? And I'm like, she's 10. And we're already in the park, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, she's 10. She's like, she got
freaked
all
out.
scared. I'm like, no, it's fine. But it was really fun. It was really nice. Everybody was like, how do I say? I liked it because when they're really small, everything is about how much money you're going to spend.
Right.
The food and the toys. And this time it was all about like, how many rides can we get on?
It's
So I
amazing.
think we got on like 25 rides or something.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was a rainy day.
It was a rainy day. Best time to go to Disneyland.
Middle of
is
the
rainy
week,
day.
like a Wednesday.
Yeah.
So
Best
we fared
times to
really
go.
well. Sophie mastered the Matterhorn. I was so proud
I'm
of
so
her.
proud of her.
If it was with me, if I had known that she was scared, I would have bailed her out. But Kirsten's like, nope, you're getting on. And then after she said it was fun, she would get back on. The baby got on everything, and he was fine. He wasn't scared of. He got on the Haunted Mansion.
He was afraid of pirates.
He was, and I didn't even tell him.
He was afraid of pirates because of the big drops.
There is big. I mean, they're drops.
They're
now
drops.
that I'm older, I'm like, they're drops, but like they feel big. When you don't like drops.
Fine, they feel big. I mean, ask Emily. She was so afraid when we went to Disneyland with her boys when they were here.
You don't understand. When you're scared of something, it will like consume you for the whole day until it's over.
Oh yeah, she was like, I can't, like, but then the boys were like, are we gonna do this? Like, even the boys got a little scared, but they survived it and they were good.
See, and I like Pirates because I don't like drops, but like it's at the beginning, then you can like enjoy the rest of the ride.
Right.
Versus like I couldn't get on like a
Splash Mountain.
like a Splash Mountain or a log ride.
Because
Remember
of the end.
the whole time?
Yeah.
No way. And fun fact.
Do you remember
okay?
when the baby threw up? Which baby threw up on you because you squeezed him so tight?
Valentina. But listen, Chris was like, what do you mean you wouldn't get on it? I'm like, let me tell you a little story. Let me take you way back to Raging Waters, 1996. Okay?
Damn, she knows the... Wait, is that the actual year, or did you just throw out a random year?
That was the year. It was 1996, and I was 12 years old, and we went to Raging Waters. Remember for that time where it was like a company picnic?
Aunt Pete's company picnic?
I think so.
Probably.
Okay, so there's this ride. I don't even know it's still there. I don't even know if Raging Waters is still there.
I think it is. I haven't been in years.
So there was this ride, I'm making air quotes, where you would get... Oh my God.
I'm trying not to burp. Sorry.
Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I didn't have any caffeine yet. There was you would get on an inner tube and you would go down a series of like little drops.
Okay.
Little waterfalls. Right? There's maybe like 10 little waterfalls before you get to the end.
Okay.
I went down the first waterfall and I went, ugh, I gagged. Because I don't like dips. It gives me like a feeling in my stomach where I'm like, oh, I'm going to gag. I gagged and I was like, fuck that. I'm not doing this. So I get my inner tube and I throw that shit and I go and I sit on a rock. On the ride, okay? Or like on the attraction. The lifeguard sees me sitting there and I'm like, I'm not going. She thinks my inner tube is gone. So she's like, just go on your butt. Like she's like pointing to her butt and saying, go down on your butt. And I was like, nope. And she's like, go down this. And I'm like, nope, I'm not moving from this spot. So then my mom, she finds my mom and she's like, is she okay? My mom's like, you don't know my daughter. She's not moving. She's not going to go down that ride. They had to rescue me. They had to climb the rocks, scale the gate, come get me, and take me over the rocks and over the gate or out the gate the back way. Because I was like, I'm not going.
Oh my God.
I know.
I'm sorry that you have that. Because
Me
I love
too.
rides.
I hate it too. I feel like, sad, I want to be fun.
I love rides.
Me too.
You are fun.
I mean, no, I don't, but I want to be fun.
You're just fun in a different way.
I guess. But that's the ride where Aunt Pete went down. And she was like, I'm drowning. I'm drowning. And the lifeguard's like, stand up.
Water.
Stand up, ma'am.
Stand up. You promise you're going to be okay.
Yes. But yeah, all that to say, if I ain't going to do it, I ain't going to do it.
Okay.
You'd have to tell me, like, I'm going to kill your kid. Not even for $1 million. If it's something I don't want to do, I won't do it. I might die. I literally think I'll die. I literally think I would die. Like, I literally think I would have a heart attack.
Wow. Okay.
Like, you know those people that they have video of them, like, passing out on that slingshot ride? Like, I think
yes.
I would do that.
Yes.
But, like, on Splash Mountain. Has anybody ever blacked out on this ride?
Oh, my God. Wow. Okay.
Anyway.
Good to know. I won't ever take you on rides.
I know.
Unless you approve of that.
Dude, I almost died on the freaking soapboxes. Remember this?
I love the soapboxes at Knott's Berry Farm.
Yeah.
I love the soapboxes.
So my dad was like, do you want to get on a ride? I was like, yeah. And then we were like, well, we'll scope it out. We went up on that thing that goes up where you could like look out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that one doesn't look too bad. And we're like, all right. Dude, I swear I blacked out. I think I blacked out. Because I was like, ah. And then I'm like, I don't remember anything.
Dude, I love the soapboxes. Soapbox racers.
What was it?
You would race.
What was it?
You would race. You would sit in these like log-looking things, right?
Oh,
girl.
I'm sorry.
Girl.
I'm sorry.
Our audio is going to be like...
Yeah, it was brown.
Yeah, they were brown and you would race. But I don't remember what the actual ride was like, but I loved it. I remember that was like such a fun one.
Oh, wait a minute. No,
that was not... Oh my God, yesterday we went to bingo and Stephanie opened an inappropriate video.
That wasn't my fault. I didn't know.
Somebody like sent her something.
Oh, hold on, guys.
Oh.
How do I turn off the sound? Okay, we're watching something.
Just love
Join
it.
us.
Yes!
Hold on.
Oh my
Wait,
God.
Let's see.
There's definitely like, woo, woo.
Oh,
it's definitely
yeah.
like.
Wait.
Oh my God, I can't believe this is on YouTube.
This was 1994. This is probably the year it happened to me. Around that time, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, it's not that big.
Gosh,
We're going to find a way to post this later. It's not that tall.
Alma.
Your kids would love it. I love how you're holding it back like people are going to see.
I was trying to see down, like, you know.
Oh, she was trying to be like, look at this one's winning over here on the right.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
That's so fucking slow.
Right? This one's going real slow. They're losing the trip. But they were definitely, like, it goes down, and then it'll take you back up. Like,
why is it so slow?
I don't know.
Okay.
But they are in last place. You saw the other two, like, next to them.
Wow.
So, that was so fun. I love the soapbox racers.
Oh, man.
I love rides. I love amusement parks.
Oh, yeah. So I opened that video. I was trying to see a different video.
Oh, yeah. So at bingo yesterday, she was trying to see a different video. But it opened, and it was something really inappropriate. So and I was like, Stephanie, stop it. And then there's, like, people who walk around the floor. There was a bingo, people who walk around the bingo floor. And I was looking for shoes because I'm going to a concert in March. And so I was trying to find some shoes. Emma? I'm going to Kelsea Ballerini.
If you know who Kelsea Ballerini is, no, it's okay.
People probably only know about her right now because she's on The Voice. Like, so people who watch The Voice.
Is she like a mentor?
She's a judge, yeah. Oh. I just started watching it last night because I forgot she was a judge. And it's her first year being a judge on The Voice. But yeah, so she's country. So I'm going to go see her in March in San Diego with my friend and her daughter. So I'm super excited for that. And so I have a whole outfit because she, like, Kelsea Ballerini wants sparkles. So I got a sequins romper. I have a hot pink blazer that I'm going to wear over it. And so I feel like I need black cowgirl boots. So I have some that I want Stephanie to see. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing with my life. I don't have any trips planned yet. Oh, baseball season's right around the corner, ladies and gentlemen. K-E-L-S-E-A.
K-L-S-E-A.
K-E-L.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. So yes, baseball season is right around the corner. I am so excited.
Me too.
Is Stephanie going to make it to one game this season?
No.
I didn't even finish my sentence. And she said no.
No.
Unless I throw out the first pitch this year.
Yeah. Then I'll go.
Then you'll go. All right. Let's start that petition, ladies and gentlemen. Start contacting
How do we make that happen?
All of your Dodger reps. I don't know.
Do you think there's a bigger fan than you?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. It's okay, though. I mean, I love it.
I mean, you're tatted.
I am tatted with the LA logo. I am tatted with the LA logo.
Sit, chola. We are staring at a giant signed Dodgers jersey signed by Tommy Lasorda.
You want to know the story behind that Dodger jersey, and then we can post it later?
Yes. Was that? Yeah. COVID times?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hit us.
So
that was a fun night, by the way. Sacred Heart. That was a fun night.
Yeah, that was a fun night.
Y'all were fighting for that motherfucker.
Sacred Heart of Jesus in Los Angeles, where I graduated from, had a gala, and they honored my aunts, my sister, and I for the work that we do in our community.
Because they went to Sacred Heart too.
Because we went to Sacred Heart, right. So, whatever. So, they honored us as alumni of the school. And it was COVID time, so we were on Zoom. So, we all showed up to enjoy it together. So, we were all on one Zoom together. And we were all there. And they had a live auction. And so, they had this Dodger thing, and it was
Who got that?
Me. Well, like, who got it? Like, no. I was like, I got it. It's in my apartment.
I want to know who got that. Like, who obtained that?
I have no idea. But it was a signed Tommy Lasorda jersey from the 50th anniversary, right?
That's I think wear that because it looks a little small.
No, they have jerseys that they have them just sign. So Tommy Lasorda signed it. It came with, like, 2 of his bottles of wine, because his family owns, like, a vineyard. Wow. So Lasorda wine. A signed baseball by him in, like, a thing. And I don't know, maybe one other thing. I don't even remember anymore at this point. So we're sitting there on Zoom, and it's a live auction, mind you. And they couldn't have people shouting. So they're like, just write in the comments, right? Like, how much or whatever. So we're all sitting there. And I'm like, okay. And so I was like, I want this. I think it might have been the year he died. I don't know, something around there.
You were feeling nostalgic.
I was. So I would, like, put in. And then, like, my mom and my aunts were like, someone would bid and then they'd be like, go higher. Someone will bid above you. Go higher. Like, keep going, keep going. And I even think someone at some point was like, I'll pay for half of it. Like, right?
Yes, they did.
They did say that. So, whatever. So, bottom line was, I was like, okay, I'm going to put this one, the last one, like, and then that's it. And they're like, yeah, we'll pay. It was like $3,000. It was like $3,000, you guys. My mom was like, and of course my mom was like, someone's going to go higher. Someone's going to go higher.
I remember this.
Next thing we know, they're like, congratulations, Cahiga Stone family. You won the silent auction or like the live auction. Yeah, no one went higher than me.
Did anybody go half with you?
Nobody went half with me. So I got, the jersey is in my spare bedroom at my apartment. I need to have my friend or someone come over. Because I was literally just going to put it up. And my mom's like, that's going to fucking break your wall. Like, you need...
I would rather put it up.
If my brother puts it up, I'm going to have like 700 holes in this bedroom. I love my brother to death. I love my brother to death. He helps me mount my TV in the living room. It was a 5-hour job.
It looks great.
And it was like 3 Home Depot runs, a Walgreens run, and maybe a Walmart run. I don't remember, but it took 5 hours. And I was like, yo, you want some food? He's like, no.
And you're losing that deposit too, girlfriend.
No. I'm gonna patch those bad boys up if I ever move out of here. I'm gonna patch those bad boys up. Yeah, so we couldn't find the stud for the mount. Okay, so yeah, so this is just sitting right now on like up against my wall because I haven't had time to put it up.
That's heavy too. It's big.
It's big. It's heavy. It's big. This is gonna be like my sports room because I have a lot of different like
your
sports
Peloton.
memorabilia. I have my Peloton in here, so whoever sleeps over at my house, they get to sleep with my Peloton and a Tommy Lasorda jersey that they get to enjoy.
Love it.
But I gotta put it up because I don't want it just sitting there. So I need to have people come. Actually, I think I could pay someone to come and do that.
Oh yeah. There's like how many tenants? There's somebody in this complex, I'm sure, that could even do it. It was like a handy person.
You want me to invite a random stranger into my apartment?
You invited someone in to get their knives.
I didn't go.
Oh, and the other day, you're so good at this.
Into their house. I stood at the door.
You're gonna be like
open.
our moms 1,000%. I'm gonna tell you why.
Why?
The other day, Alma was walking me to my car, and there's this people looking. They have like a pile of trash on their wagon.
Oh.
Obviously looking for the dumpster in the building. Just like, oh hi, how are you? I'm Alma. I live in this apartment number. This is where you can find the trash. I'm like, bro.
You could tell they were looking for it, and
I know, but like,
also that little boy.
It was an adventure. You cut their adventure. You gotta keep looking.
I know.
I'm just kidding. It was very nice. I was like, oh,
but that little boy is Chris's age, so maybe he can have a little play date here.
I know. She went into like full teacher mode. Like, what's your name?
I did, and I couldn't hear it. It was
Dane.
Dane. It was Dane. Yeah.
And they still couldn't find the fucking trash.
I know.
Or you're like, oh no, exit this way, and then that.
No. Because what happened was they found the trash, but they didn't want them to leave their boxes because you're not supposed to leave your boxes just there. Oh. And I guess it didn't fit in the chute. So they went downstairs to separate, like to put them down there. And so I was like, oh, come this way. It's faster. They're like, oh, but we can go through this door too. I was like, you could, but like you're going to cross. Like it's easier to come this way. Yeah. So I forced them to come the way I want. I was like, no, trust me.
You will come to Dane.
Come here. Come this way.
Dane.
Come this way. I promise this is where you want to be. So yeah, I think for summer, I think I'm going to put like on our like little app, like, hey, teacher, do you need a tutor or a babysitter for the summer? Because I can't, not that I can't work this summer, but I don't want to work this summer.
Don't work this
summer. I've already decided. Well, because I have to go to Indiana in July.
Okay.
Granted, it's just for 3 days.
So
but like, I don't want to
2 days to plan, 2 days to recover. It's already 2 weeks.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's already, summer's already done. Mm-hmm. So I'm not working this summer. I'm putting it out
because
there.
Listen.
So if anybody needs a tutor or a babysitter, just let me know. We can talk on my prices.
That would be great. Also, to be fair, if you think about it, that's not a lie. Because when we were kids, we got 3 whole months.
Oh, yeah.
We were out in like the first week of June and we didn't go back till September.
Yeah.
Now my kids are out like the middle of June and they go back in August.
The end of August. Yeah. Yeah.
It's chicken shit, man.
Dude, it's also been research based though. Like the longer they're out of school, the more they forget.
Also,
let kids live a little. I'm
Right?
sorry. I'm all about having
Okay,
fun and like maybe I should be I don't know,
Or what?
a primary, like a not primary.
Oh my God, looking for
like
younger
a child's
kids?
care. Yeah, like
Dude.
yes, like younger kids, like
I'm gonna tell
ELAC,
you this.
like Child Development
Seriously.
Center or something.
Dude, let
Maybe
me
I need
tell
to go
you.
back to school. Okay, tell me. Sorry.
ELAC. All my kids went to the East Los Angeles College Child Development Center.
Shout out.
And our aunt works there. She's a director. She's a shit. That place is all about playing through learning. I'm sorry, I'm like smacking. I forgot I have a good microphone now. Learning through play.
Yeah.
And so Sophie and Valentina both went there. Chris went there the least because he ended up having to go to real school a little sooner. But I was watching a TikTok the other day, and this woman was saying that there's a lot of kids now who can't read, or they lack like core motor skills, like fine motor skills, or like even the strength to like. If you think about it, if kids had to like write paragraphs the way we had to, they could never last.
Oh my God.
Sophie's writing looks awful. Oh my God. I can't even read it sometimes. I'm like, you're a 7th grader.
Dude, I'm so strict on my kids about that. Like my students, obviously, not my kids, but like I'm so strict on it. I'm like, I don't understand what this says. I'm like, read it to me, and they can't even read it to me. I'm like, if you can't read it, then guess what? I can't read it.
It's so bad.
I need you to take your time. Here's the problem. I think kids nowadays want that instant gratification
100%.
of being done with something. And moving on because of the devices. I try not to use as much device as possible. We just play like educational games when we do have our device time.
Savas?
No.
Do you do Savas?
No, we do Reflex and Prodigy and Epic.
Oh, yeah.
But like they want that instant gratification, that instant satisfaction. Instant satisfaction thing. I was trying to
say gratification.
They just want to be done. And like even my 3rd graders, I'm like, I need a better sentence than this. Where you can't write I like to play anymore. Like I like to play this because this.
Oh, God forbid I tell the girls, you need to write the question and the answer. You can't just say
because
I like fries. My favorite food is fries because I like potatoes. And they're like, oh my God, you're over glazing it. And I'm like, what?
Guess what? Give me all the glaze.
They could
give me all the glaze. Huh?
Speaking of give me all the glaze.
Oh God.
I'm gonna post that picture yesterday.
Oh, I meant like glaze on my donuts.
Yes. Yeah.
You can post that picture. I really don't care anymore.
It's her new dating profile.
My new dating profile
picture.
Photo.
But yes, they cannot. And the
Just
woman
send it to my friend. Oh, just kidding. Just kidding. Tim, block that shit out.
Don't do it. The lady on the TikTok was saying because kids don't learn
the lady on the TikTok. That's what Steph just said. The lady on the TikTok.
The woman making this particular TikTok video was saying that that kids can't write well because they didn't learn to like, you know, at the center they have you play with like Play-Doh or like little buttons or little beads.
Fine motor skills.
They're not working on their fine motor skills, so they lack like those core
skills.
Core like how do you say? Like core strength, but like in their hands and their fine motor skills.
That makes
and
sense.
they can't write. And I'm like, also, I don't know if this is true, but like if you lift your knee and you go like this, standing up, it's like alternating your
touching your left hand to your right
knee while picking these knees and going back and forth. If you can't do that, you can't read because it's the same mechanism that causes you to like read a line and go down and read the next line and go down.
Oh.
And because kids aren't playing,
right?
They don't have those fine or gross motor skills, and so they can't. It's all connected.
I really don't like how nowadays it's turned into all academic.
Well, like
all academic
is like an afterthought.
3rd grade, like not 3rd grade, 3-year-old, like the school, like the like TK, like let them play. Like yes, let them do the work, but like let them play.
100%.
Let them. My 3rd graders, I love them to death, but like their cutting skills.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, hey, you need to cut this. They're like, oh, it's cut, and it's like,
oh
my gosh, I love them to death, and we're trying and we're working on it, but like,
and that's really hard to come back and teach later. You know,
100%
the other stuff is going to come later. I also think the emphasis that these learn through playing place on being a good person and be inclusive is like so important. Teach
Yes.
them how to be a good person and those basic skills. Look at the rest later, you know?
That's what I try to do. Every Wednesday, I have them all day on Wednesdays. We have no special classes, so I always tell my coworkers that I hate Wednesdays because we're together all day. Like, it's good to have a little break, right?
Yeah.
Not just recess and lunch. But, so we have, like, nothing. So on Wednesdays, I actually throw in some social emotional learning every Wednesday.
I love that.
And I tell them, like, I was like, why do I do social emotional learning? And some kids straight up are like, so that we can be better people. I was like,
I love
100%.
That's so
And so that
important.
we can learn how to cope with things. Like, my kids have the hardest time losing.
Oh my goodness.
Or, like, we had a student of the month assembly last week, and, like, they have the hardest time with, like, well, they got one and I didn't.
You know, I feel some type of way about that, though, too. Sacred Heart used to give out the Jesus Award.
Oh, yeah, they don't do that anymore?
No, and we all knew, like, the Jesus Award was like, go get him next time, Tiger. You get the Jesus Award. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it matters, though.
It matters, but also, like,
But
I
also
also
that
make
person
sure
earned
that,
it.
like, 100%. And I try to make, like, obviously all my kids earn it in some way or another, but, like, this just wasn't your month, kid. It just wasn't
Hey,
your month.
I missed Maddie's birthday party. Happy birthday, Maddie.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't there, like, with that, too?
Oh, what?
With kids having a hard time losing?
Yes, poor Hunter.
Maybe.
My poor Hunty. They played musical chairs.
Dude, that game is brutal. I hate that game.
I hate that.
You're either
and
gonna fall on your
potato.
ass or get humiliated.
I was
or
waiting for them
lose.
to be like, "Okay, cousin's turn." I'll be like, "I'm out. I'm tapping out." Oh God, I can't move my legs. Yeah, and Hunter got out, and the person who was running the game, George, he was like, "Okay, the first rule of musical chairs is nobody cries." Remember, no
Wishful
crying in
thinking.
musical chairs.
Oh my God, there's only crying in musical chairs.
My poor Hunty, he got out and then he like cried and like went and put his head down. And he like went on the couch and was like crying. He wouldn't even get into like the second round. They played a second round.
I wouldn't be in a second round.
He
either.
didn't want to get into the second round. He wouldn't even play hot potato after that. Like,
All traumatizing.
play games that include everybody. Like,
I mean, it included him.
play games that don't kick people out.
I agree. But then
how do we find a winner?
Then some people say we're creating softies by like somebody's got to lose.
I know.
But I don't think I believe in that. I just
Not at 4 though, or 5.
I know. Well, what's
They
a
don't
game
have
where
that
there's no
brain.
loser?
They don't have that brain capacity to understand.
What's a game with no loser?
I mean, you can do
You know what?
pin
I
the
think
tail
it is?
on the donkey.
That's true. You know what I
Because
think? though?
it's not like removing them and you don't have to see the other kids still continuing to play.
Yes, and the other thing is there's an element to those games where when you lose every time, they're like, oh my God, or you
100%.
fall or you trip or you're like trying to put your
100%.
body in front of something. Yes,
Yeah.
you're right. You're
Like,
right.
play a game like...
Limbo. No.
No, that takes people out too. Pin the tail on the donkey I think is the best one. What else? What other game can you play?
Let us know, guys. What
Yeah,
games can
what other
kids
game
play
can-
that they don't get out? So we can have a losers party with a bunch of softies.
Remember that time they
Oh,
had
my
us
kids.
play hot potato as adults at one of Allison's parties?
No.
Dude, you were there.
I'm sure I was there. I don't remember it.
It was like the adults, like we played.
Was it brutal?
I'm sure it was. I got out and I was upset, but I didn't cry. I mean, granted,
You're crying in the
I was
car on the
40
way
years
home.
old. I was still pissed about it when I left, but
Dude, I get pissed because when my kids are playing, if there's a kid who's like holding the potato too long or didn't pass
Right.
it fast enough, and then that's the other thing.
or they
like,
throw it.
oh no, they threw it at my
They
kid.
threw it.
That's not my
like,
kid's
oh
fault. You
my
had it in your hands.
God.
You know, I think we just cancel hot potato altogether.
Hot potato and musical chairs canceled.
It's gone.
Done. No more.
Do you remember when I fell in a dress and showed my whole coochie up at Pete's house, her old house, playing musical chairs?
Oh, I don't. See, that's where Allison got it from.
No more.
No more musical chairs. No more hot potato. Canceled. Done.
Dang, man, that 45 minutes flew by fast.
I know. Look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us. We just wanted to make sure everyone had got an episode this week. Sorry about last
know.
week again.
We did go live, and maybe we'll do that again.
Yeah. Maybe not on a like Friday night. That's Valentine's Day and people are out like having dinner.
Losers.
I also treated myself hard that night. I'm really sorry. that
I
didn't
was
have food
not
for you.
hungry at all. I was not hungry at all. It was great.
I was living my
And
best.
then when you went to the bathroom ever, I ate a bunch of spoonfuls of your rice.
Did you really? Did you really? You know what? Yesterday I took that out and I ate it when I got home from bingo. And I was like, I thought I had a little bit more in here. I honestly thought that, but I didn't think like, I was like, oh, that's weird. I thought I had a little more in here. So I like,
delicious.
right? I love their chicken fried rice. It's so good.
So do I.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so on that note, be on the lookout for more lives on our Instagram page. Follow us on Instagram, La Vida Entre Primas.
Maybe we can go live Thursday.
Yeah,
What do you think?
after Legree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
totally.
Thanks for hanging out.
But we have
with
to
us.
do it the like vertical way. We have to do it
Yeah.
the vertical way because it started off sideways, like, and then whenever people, and like if people want to jump in and talk with us for like,
Yeah, you should.
we'll set like
come.
5-minute timers. Like you can join live with us and get people on for like 5 minutes so that people can meet our other listeners.
I like it.
We can, that's where we're at in
I
life.
like it.
So follow along, take care of each other, eat each other's fried rice when they go to the bathroom,
Yeah.
and live your best lives because that's what we're out here trying to do. Until the next episode of La Vida Entre Primas, Life
Life
Between
between cousins.
Cousins.
Bye, guys.
Bye.